awesome. You're so smart.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Box Talks. I'm here with Donovan Duelis. I was going to say Duelis Donovan. Donovan Duelis and Stephen Anthony Salazar. I am Leche.
I know the vibes.
He knows the vibes. Let him know. I cut you off. My bad.
Y'all know the fucking vibes.
And like I said, I am Leche, and tonight's topic is going to be about control. Control. Some people are addicted to it. Some people can't manage to actually overcome it or obtain it. But I think we all stress when things are not in our hands, not in control. And I want to know why. Why is it that we are so attached to this word, to this idea of being in control? So, Steve-O, you want to start us off?
Sure.
Do you feel like you're in control of your life?
100%. It's something that I preach a lot, actually, is a lot of times I'll talk to people and they'll be like, oh, I'm just having such a bad day. I'm like, why are you having such a bad day? Oh, someone cut me off on the highway. I'm like, okay, so you're going to let that dictate your whole entire day? Because someone cut you off, you're just having a bad day now? Like, nah, bro. Like, you can turn that around and turn your day into a good day from there. It doesn't have to be downhill from there. Like, you're in control of your life and your emotions at all times. That's how I feel.
I like that. Donnie, what do you think about that?
I agree. I look at it like, I don't think we're ever really in control of, like, I don't want to say ever, but a lot of times we're not in control of what happens, but we are always in control of our response to whatever may happen. But I mean, I do feel like there are times when we're really not in control at all. Like, how do I put this?
Like, in the world, like, you can't really control what happens, right? Is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, but I feel like more so what I'm trying to say is, like, even if you control how you feel about it, you know what I'm saying, like, about what's going on, like, let me try to think of an example. It'll probably be easier. Like let's say like, if you're going through a rough time, like, financially.
Okay.
And let's say, like, you may not have control over how much you're making at the current moment. And no matter how much you, like, control your outlook and, like, staying positive, like, the fact remains that you're still struggling financially. So then how would you then, let me ask you guys, how would you control, like, try to change the situation? Is there a way to, you get what I'm saying? Like,
I think you were on it, like, in the beginning where you're talking about control your reaction. I think Steven hit on it as well. Because if my current situation or my current form of making income is not being enough, then I'm in control of, one, eliminating cost, and two, finding another source of income that isn't coming from my original source. So, I mean, we are in control on how much money we want to make. It's just how much time and effort do we want to get that end game, which is this kind of ties into our previous episode where we talked about wants and needs. You know, sometimes we get ourselves in financial issues, but yet we purchase so much wants that our costs are high, but our income is low. You know, but going back to, I think Steven kind of touched on it, like, controlling. You can't control the world, right? So control the controllables. So you can't control the weather. You can't control as much as we want politics and what happens in the world. You can't control LeBron comes to the Lakers and, oh wait, I said I was gonna stop. My bad. That came out of nowhere. But even if we deal with, I think that's an easier thing. Like, we can easily say we can't control the controllables that's outside of our control, right? Like, but what happens when we want to control so much the outcome of something that we don't get to enjoy what we're doing? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we're so caught up in it has to be this way.
Yeah. So that's when it comes down to, like, just, you know how people say, think outside the box. Like, you can turn negatives into positives. You just need to have that mindset. Like, you know, for instance, back to what Donnie was saying, if you are at a job and you're in financial struggle, if you can take that, you can go home and you can be depressed about that. You can be like, damn, I don't have money. I'm about to lose my car. I'm about to be homeless. But you can turn that into a positive just by thinking, okay, I'm not making money here. Where can I make money? And you never know. You might land into something you enjoy doing more than what you were doing before. And that just came from not just being down on yourself or being like, oh, poor me, having pity on yourself. It's like having that outlook of like, no, I'm not going to let this dictate what's going to happen to me because I'm in control of it. I'm going to make a change for the better.
So do you feel that it's more like staying focused on the solutions more than the actual issue?
For sure. Because, I mean, you're going to run into issues. But the thing you have to ask yourself is, what are you going to ask yourself in that moment? Like in that moment, are you going to be like, oh, how am I going to pay my car? Because I don't have no money. Instead of asking yourself that, say, how do I get the money to pay my car?
Right. Mm-hmm. That's a huge way of changing the question, even though it's almost asking the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Thoughts? I got a from the other.
No, I like that. I agree. I'm very big on like, if there's an issue that you're facing, just kind of, I think of it like how I'll feel about it in retrospect, right? Like if I look back on a certain issue, I'll think about like, how do I want to look back on this? As far as like how I reacted, did I like kind of cower from it, like kind of crumble underneath the pressure, or did I like overcome it? So I mean, I definitely agree. Like that's how I try to go through shit in life. Also, is to kind of just like face it and to control what I can. You know what I mean?
You can, yeah.
But with that being said, I know personally there are people who do like live in that fear. Like they find that they can't, they say they're just not that bold or they're not brave like that. Yeah. So what would you say to those people?
To those people, those are the kind of people that you have to sit down and talk to and just open their mind using metaphors that they can relate to. Because a lot of times people think they can't do something, but if you break it down to something they can interpret, they'll be like, oh, so it's like that. Like say if a computer science engineer came and tried to tell you how he's building this new, quantum computing computer, you're going to be like, cool, bro. But if he comes to you and he's like, oh, well, if you look at it like this, like, well, you know how like you cut hair, but now imagine if there was a little lever on the side and you didn't have to change the thing. You could just do it all on one. You don't have to change the blade every time. You could just move this lever. If you just need to go a little bit more, you'd be like, oh, kind of like a fade clipper. Like I don't have to completely detach. So that's like breaking it down to terms that now you can believe because you know what he's talking about. Yeah, you can relate to it. Yeah. So to those people, those kind of people, you just have to sit down and try to feel out what they're used to believing and then try to transform that for them.
I think you kind of hit the topic before off the air when you were talking about can anybody do anything, or do you feel like certain people are meant for something, right? Like destined to be
LeBron.
Let me get you. or phrase what you're saying, because I do want to bring it back to control and it's funny because the way I was asking and the way I was thinking about this topic, you guys actually took it a different direction that I wasn't expecting, which is good because it is essentially we're talking about like controlling our reaction, our emotions, and our outlook in life. But I was kind of trying to get into like controlling how things get done, or being controlling on how the expectations that you have for yourself or for someone else, and how do you control, I guess, not wanting the control, if that makes any sense. Because sometimes you get fixated on something which can make it amazing if you're trying to master that one thing and be persistent till you accomplish it. But sometimes you miss out on a lot of other things by being so focused because you want to control the result that you miss out on life, on other adventures or other opportunities because you're so much, like you said, inside that box where I'm just fixated on controlling this outcome.
You're kind of speaking on like being either a control freak or like open to some wiggle room,
showing
like
you
outside influence.
like one thing I was thinking about when you were bringing that up is like, for instance, the art of film. You being a director, you have a certain idea of how you want the scene to look, right? You want this to look like this, you want this to look like that. But on set, there's a lighting technician, and you might say, "Oh, I want it to be like this," and the lighting technician might be like, "Well, it look better like this." But if you're like, "No, I want it to look like this," you don't ever see what he was talking about. But if you let go of that control and you let him do what he wanted to do, you never know. You might be like, "No, actually, that's fucking fire." Right. So there comes a time when you're in control of, like, say it's your project and you want it done your way. That's fine, but it also doesn't hurt to take input from an outside eye, because I mean, even with us cutting hair, you might cut hair and you might be like, wow, I like either this looks good or this looks bad, but it's because you're staring at it for so long that your eyes kind of go blurry to it, so you can get an outside perspective, like, yo, what do you think about this? And some fresh eyes can see it and they be like, oh, you can try this, or you can be like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, it's fine.
Right. Yeah. I think it's how do we realize that we're being too controlling, right? Too controlling in our thought process, too controlling in our ways, in our traditions, in how you brought up between the director and the lighting technician, the light technician. Like, we may think we know everything that we want until somebody else brings us, and going back to the metaphors, puts it in a different language where we understand, and we're like, man, this whole time I was fixated on this thing and now it's different.
Yeah.
So how do we control not being stubborn or in our molded ways?
I think that comes different from person to person. Because I think some people, they take constructive criticism well, and you can tell them something's wrong and they'll be like, okay, show me how. Other people, you try to give them criticism, and they'll get offended.
Yeah.
Even if you're trying to help them, they just get offended. And I think that's how it differs person to person on giving away that control, is having that mindset that someone's either trying to help you and not trying to insult you. Mm-hmm. It's just asking yourself in your head that question: is this person trying to insult me, or is this person literally trying to help me?
What if I want to do both?
If you want to do what you want to do,
I really want to help you, but insult you at the same time.
Oh, you can do that. I mean, you do that every day. For those of y'all that don't know this guy personally, that's him. That's just what he does.
Dead ass though. Dead ass.
He'd be like, yo.
You're welcome.
He'd be like, yo, that's a good haircut. Could have been better, though.
What? That's too light. I'll be like, damn, that haircut is fresh for a first timer. Nah, don't say that.
No, but it's good because it's okay to, like, especially when people, start feeling themselves a little too much. You gotta remind them. You gotta remind them, where it all started.
I'm just pointing at one of them. It looks like they're both pointing at me. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you clout. Yeah.
I was pointing at the mic.
Donnie's full of guilty conscience, Donnie's filled with guilty conscience.
He's getting insulted of that constructive criticism.
But I saw his finger pointing at me.
Quick,
okay,
bro. I was giving you a thumbs up, bro. I was like, hey, okay.
Yeah, I mean that can go through all things, like even just playing sports, like having a fun sporting, like say you play a pickup game of basketball and your teammate's like, yo, bro, hit the post. When you see me, I need the post. And you're like, you feel like you're doing it, but then he's telling you that. So does he really want you to try harder, or are you going to take it as like, nah, bro, fuck you. Like, I'm not going to set no post for you, bro. Like, you got to deal with that on your own.
It sounds like you're taking shots at Anthony, bro. I don't know.
Damn. Nah, never that. I saw that.
He's over there.
I saw that video, bro. He killed you.
Oh, facts.
He killed you in the video, bro. I ain't saying nothing about nothing.
You're what?
Huh?
You didn't hear me, huh?
the biggest instigator at work?
Is Anthony?
No,
bro. Wait, we're talking about Anthony, bro.
I'm talking about this guy.
That's the
Oh
setup.
my
That's the
God.
setup right there. It's the setup, bro.
I'm just telling you, bro.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Say you are doing a project, like a group project, and you being somebody who is pretty good at like releasing control and like collaborating, you run into a partner on that group that is not so much that way, that is very much like a control freak, wants everything done their way, which puts you now in a position as somebody who was willing to collaborate for the sake of like bettering, like, you know,
The project or
putting
whatever.
ideas together to better it. But if you find that you're up against this one like dictator, how do you control? Because that has to be upsetting for sure. Like, I feel like that's a very upsetting position to be in.
Yeah.
So one, how do you control, like keep your own emotions in control? And two, how do you like find a way forward?
What you do
in that
is,
situation?
and this is a trick on human relations, what you do is you make him think that you're doing it his way. You say, oh, that's how you want to do it? Yeah, bro. Yeah. That sounds good. So if we do it this way, if we do this and we do this, we'll end up doing what you want to do. But at the same time, you're kind of putting what you want to do in that mix. You know what I mean?
Trying to use reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology. So what you do is like, oh no, I want to do it my way. I want to do it my way. And you're like, all right, we'll do it your way. No, for sure. Bet. We'll do it your way. But at the same time, then you just throw in, so if we do this, it'll come out your way. And then he'll be on board like, yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
So to me, so my question goes is that that's neither of you a letting go of control.
Yeah,
You're
true.
still letting control you, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So look, my opinion would be, well, I mean, if they're very animated about they want to do it a certain way, then okay, then what is it that you want me to do? Because sometimes, like we all have heard the saying, to be a great leader, you have to be an even better follower. So if we're both trying to lead in this project, and then they say, no, you know what, I want you to do this, this, and this, I'm like, all right, cool. Then you're taking the lead. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just do what you need me to do, you know?
And then you're going to wait for it to come out and be like, I told you that shit was trash.
Nothing I do is trash.
No, not you, bro. Damn. Hey. Bro.
Instigator.
Somebody's hurt, bro.
No, yeah. I mean, what can be trash in a collaboration, especially in this art form that we do? Like everything that we do is creative, so I mean, it doesn't have to appeal to everybody,
Oh, for
unless
sure.
you're clouding like Donnie.
Like
right here.
Donnie, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God, here we go again.
He got like 50K on IG, though.
hella clout, hella clout.
I got the
that's
least
one
amount of
I need to
followers
get.
out of everybody in this room.
That's what I need to get. Clout.
Clout. No, but yeah, I mean, I dig what you're saying. I mean, but that's what I was saying. Like, if you're the one who thinks outside the box, you step away, give away power. Hey, bro, go ahead. Like, do what you want to do. Like, where do you want me to be at this point? You know what I mean?
All right, now going based off the Donnie's topic, how should one react if there's a game plan, but the others are not pulling their weight?
You just
Then what does one do?
are you the one in charge and everyone else isn't doing it? Or are you one of the ones not doing it?
Either way, like how do you control the person that doesn't want to pull their weight, and how do you? I mean, like if I'm not trying to pull my weight, then why should I even be in the project?
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I never thought of me not pulling my weight. That's why I always pull my weight.
I mean, one thing could be just let them, but have fun with what you're doing. I guarantee you that person will see how much fun you are having and be like, I kind of want to do that. That looks fun. Y'all laughing and shit. Y'all smiling, ordering fucking Habit Grill and all that. Y'all.
Yo, what's up with this upcoming event though? Are you gonna join us?
What event is it? We're talking. We're talking about this December 13th, right? That's
Oh,
my
look at
dad's
you!
birthday.
See,
I remember that's my
not
dad's
even
birthday.
that. That's another day, bro.
Oh, what's it?
By the way, Mikey T's December 13th. We got a mega celebrity in the building. He's off camera, but you'll catch him on Vaso de Leche. Hella shout out, plug to my
Plug, clap.
clap. To this event that you're ditching us. We know we're supposed to all go together.
All right, so here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Been on this challenge.
Right.
I'm not gonna plug nothing, but I've been
Right.
on this challenge. I've been doing this thing. I'm gonna be off the same day that this guy is throwing an event. Well, not this guy. Brittany's throwing it, but he's in it. We're all supposed to go and stuff. But I'm just off this challenge here.
I'm trying to control the controllables and control my emotions, bro. But
You know how we talk about control, bro. Control yourself.
It looks like I'm on the controls, bro. That was too long of a story.
I gotta celebrate, bro. Is what I'm
Look,
saying.
Exactly. And we're going to celebrate together, all three of us. And then we're going to get Anthony involved. So it's going to be four of us. And we're going to take him to an Al Pastor pizza place. And what does he do?
he blocks his blessings.
Blocks his blessed. Damn, I like
Damn.
that. I like that.
I'm gonna get that tatted.
Woo!
I'm gonna
I
get
don't
that
even know which
tatted.
one I want. Look, we're going to give it a... Oh, fail.
Fail.
That was money.
So you gotta control the things that you can control and not the things that you can't.
Clearly, we can't control Steven's attendance.
Thank you.
Yo, you know how these part-time barbers be, you know?
Part time, bro. Part time. Port time. Port.
Oh, man.
Is what
Speaking
it
of part time, me and Steven were here all day. Where was you at?
is. Where was
That's
you at?
crazy. What time y'all show up?
Where you at, bro?
Donnie finally shows up on time at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m.
I wasn't in here at 10. I was here like at 11 something.
You see? Every time I try to give him credit, he throws it back. He throws it
I'm
back,
honest, dude.
bro.
I'm honest, dude.
Since when?
You know?
Since when?
Since always.
Since the camera's on?
Nah, since always. Since birth.
Since birth.
Birth.
All right, man. So before we either pivot to another topic or finish strong with being in control, because you guys are all control freaks and never do what it's told to you because you guys are your own bosses. No, there's no tension here.
Hey, chill,
But
chill.
it's time for Epic Fails. TTS.
That's that shit.
That's that shit.
That's that shit.
Donnie, you can start us off. I always have Steve will start us off with that's that shit. What is your that's that shit for the week?
My that's that shit is self-appointed or directed at myself, I should say. I had a whole week to come up with a topic and I couldn't think of shit.
That's that shit.
So Leche had to throw me the lob and come up with today's topic.
Hella that's that shit on that one, bro.
Hella that's that
The
shit.
whole week to do it. I remind him during the week, you know?
He didn't remind me, no, one bit. But that's besides the point. He shouldn't have to remind me.
Steve-o.
I dropped the ball.
What's up?
Talk to him, bro. Talk to him. But give us your that's that shit.
My that's that shit is when Donnie has all. Nah.
I'm gonna run the same way.
My that's that shit this week. That's that shit. It's gonna have to be when you have plans to do something, and then people try to guilt trip you for having plans in the first place.
Well, okay. My
I
other
mean-
that's that shit is when you make plans with the group and then other plans are made behind your back and then you find out the original plans aren't going to be followed through with.
Right. So why you gotta steal my that's that shit when you already had yours, bro?
That's that shit, bro. That's that shit.
Leche,
Yo.
what's your that's that shit?
That's that shit, guys. Nah, yeah, you really saw me. I was gonna throw him under the bus, but there's always more. That's that shit.
I'm a great friend, guys.
He really is. So apparently we're not friends. My that's that shit can be. Man, you threw me in a loop.
You had all week.
No, I was ready. I was gonna be. It was gonna be you
had all
ditching
week,
us,
bro.
Yeah, you had multiple weeks to plan this out, and we were ready. And now you're gonna ditch us 2 days.
I just want to see my daughter.
What? Wait, what?
Bro,
Remember, she came out of butts.
I'm so lost.
What comes out of butts? Babies.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, man, that's that
Steve-O
shit.
math right there.
that's that shit right there.
Oh man, that's that shit right there. Oh man. Yeah, I'm drawing blanks right now. That's that shit. When I had a juicy one and Donnie steals it from me, but besides that, yeah, we good, baby. We good.
That's that shit. You're obviously not prepared.
Yo, how come you never dance with us, bro?
How we never done, bro?
How come we never boogie, bro?
Gangsters don't we don't dance. We just pull up our pants.
I know. So your pants are down? That's strange.
Sus.
Strange.
Pants were down in a room full of men. Wow.
Hey, hey, and he's a seaman. Hey, yo. By the way, happy Veterans Day.
Thank you. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that is.
From Texas?
From
Texas,
big old
baby.
Texas. All right, man. So let's control this. Let's get in control and finish this strong. What are your closing thoughts, Donovan? You thought I was gonna go to you, huh?
Nah, bro. Never.
Oh. Closing thoughts.
Oh.
I mean, I definitely feel like growing up, well, even now, I don't want to say like I'm past it, but like, I feel like I do tend to have my control freak moments sometimes. I guess it depends on the situation and the project or whatever it may be. But I will say it's always like for a good reason. Like maybe I might have the most experience in that field or whatever it may be. But with that being said, as you guys pointed out, it's always good to have an open mind for like outside influence to possibly get a better result. So not to say that I don't have an open mind, but I'll definitely try to check myself if I find myself being a little bit too much like trying to hold on to control. You know what I mean?
So for me, I'm gonna go back to what we was originally talking about. That type of control is that you're in control of your life. Don't let stuff ruin your mood. Because you can always change it easily. You can do it. Just have the right mindset and take it from there.
I'm very big on that.
Yeah, and it's work. It's a work in progress. It's not something that you can just overcome overnight. You know, learning to be optimistic and teaching yourself to be optimistic is a learning curve if you feel you're not that optimistic. And me, I think I'm on both. I can go both ways. You know, sometimes
Pause.
I get, hey yo, hey yo. Which one you want? What you want, bro?
I was gonna press this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I can be either super chill and relax and let other people lead the way, or be sometimes too caught up in you know, I don't even think it's more for myself, it's for other people. Like, hey, let's do this, let's get this going. And if it's a project or if it's a business adventure and I don't have control of certain results or certain objectives that we have to get done, then I need to, you know, be able to control and manage that and say, hey, you know what? Well, it's hard for me to just sit, because exactly how you said, like, all right, if I sit back and then the end results are not there, I put my name on it, so then that reflects on me.
True.
So then that's when I kind of start applying a little bit more pressure, get a little bit more aggressive, and start saying like, hey guys, like let's get these results, because my name is on this, and we need to make sure that I don't like half-assing anything, you know? So, I mean,
taking back to when the Dodgers were playing, anything worth doing is worth overdoing.
hey, when he said that it was on another podcast, which it wasn't though, he was just like. So yeah, with that being said, guys, if you guys are digging our content, go ahead and like it. Comment below if you guys are in control freaks, or you guys are loosey-goosey, very passive. And subscribe to our channel, man. Hit that bell, and that way you get all the notifications for
Share
all
with
our
your
new
friends,
content.
family. Post to Instagram, Facebook.
And if y'all don't, we're gonna start running ads.
Everything. All right, guys. Peace.
Later.